Hey everyone, it's Kirk McLean here, and you're watching Clay's Canucks Commentary.
Hey Canucks fans, and welcome to Clay's Canucks Commentary Live, presented to you by Van City Experts Real Estate. I'm your host, Clay Emo Canuck Clay, and this is my Canucks take, all in one take. It is Wednesday, August the 21st. If you're new, here's what you should do. Hit the subscribe button now for daily Canucks insight that's positive, timely, and trustworthy. Hey, wait a sec. Did the streams start kind of laggy or start late? Did it come halfway through the intro? I better do my intro again. Hey everyone, welcome to Clay's Canucks Commentary for Wednesday, August the 21st, presented to you by Van City Experts Real Estate. I'm your host, Clay Emo Canuck Clay, and this is my Canucks take, all in one take. Thank you for being here. I appreciate, it was weird. I pressed go live and then nothing happened for about 30 seconds. Doesn't matter. We are here. You are here. I am so grateful to be with all of you tonight. So moderators, do what you need to do to keep this a safe and respectful place. Members, that's legends, Hall of Fame members, franchise members, thanks for your support. And to all of you, no matter where you're watching from. Oh, yes, no intro. Hi, Taylor and Indigo just got the notification now. Okay, that's good. Maybe I should just wait like 1 minute next time. Anyways, no matter where you're watching from, whether my beautiful neighborhood of Steveston and Richmond in the city, Lower Mainland, province, country, continent, around the world, thank you for being here. You know that I know that you could be watching anyone else, doing anything else, getting ready for work, school, or bed, or all three. But the fact that you're here with me right now in this weird time, it's not 10, it's not 11, it's 10:30. You know how much I always appreciate you, and I never, ever take you for granted. So this is how you can get involved and support me. You can subscribe to the channel, get active in the chat section, and get notified of my videos every single day. You can like the video. There are already 25 of you in here. Thank you. Only 5 likes. So let's bump that up. You can leave a donation, get the donation train out of the station. You can gift a membership, which is always very nice. Hello, Helen. Happy belated birthday. You can buy your own membership. You can upgrade your own membership. You can use your monthly membership message, what I call the triple M, or you can rate and review if you're listening. If you're listening on podcast platform. So thanks to all of you for being here. And hey, Swervin, I played the intro, but I guess none of you guys saw it. So I'll have to make sure that I allow more time at the start next time. Hey, Justin, nice to see you. Nice to see all you guys here. Once again, happy belated birthday to Swerve and Irvin. And a couple of you are asking, or in case you're wondering why I had to start late tonight, had to help a friend out tonight, a good friend of mine, and spend some time with him. So therefore, wanted to bump the stream by half an hour to make sure I wasn't too rushed. It turns out I actually got home in time to stream, but then I had to pick up my daughter Kayla from her friend's house. So it all worked out very well. My man, the botch guy, is here. Actually, let me do a couple things. Demko news, I'm going to get to it unpaved in a second. Smiley, glad on a whim I searched YouTube and Clay YouTube feed was in my homepage. Why? You should subscribe and get notifications. That's fine. Happy hump day to you too, Simon. The botch guy, my man. I hope you're doing well, botch guy. And I can't wait to see when you get your Canucks channel up and running. Oh, I can call you Irv. I like Swerve and Irvin, but if you'd rather like Irv, that's what I'm going to call you, because I am a friend of yours. Hopefully you won't deny it. You're a friend of mine. And Helen, I'm older than you, right? I gotta be. Yeah. So I'm glad you're here. Michael said being a good human being is worth more than the stream. Mike, I would agree with you. And I know the person that I spent time with today. We had a good chat, worthwhile, and he understands very well my schedule, what I'm passionate about, and it all worked out really, really well. But yes, I try and be a good human being, just like I'm sure many of you guys are as well. Thanks, man. Getting pretty close. Much love. Always. Hello, J Kid, and hello, Murray from New Zealand. One of our furthest, if not the furthest away from me. Murray, always appreciate you being here. Have no clue what time it is. What time is it in New Zealand right now? And we can go from there. All right, let me get to a few topics today. And instead of me going for about 20, 25 minutes nonstop, and the only reason I stop is to acknowledge donations, memberships, monthly membership message. What I think I'll do is I'll do 3 or 4 topics, and then I'll kind of pause and then give you 2 or 3 minutes to react. So I think this might work really well. Is I'll talk for a few minutes, then I'll ask you a question, and then you answer, and I'll highlight some responses. We'll do that for the first half of the show. I'll do my mid-show sponsor read. And then for the second half of the show, it's really directed by you. So you guys then ask me questions. Make sense? Okay. So I will ask you guys questions for the first half. You ask me questions for the second half, and it will be all good. Botch guy goes, incoming 30-minute convo on the Demko drama. I'm going to keep it to 5 minutes. New Zealand is tomorrow about 5 hours behind. Okay. So 19 hours ahead then, right? Yes. Gotcha. It's okay with fan. Oh, okay. So you're okay with Irv or Swervin Irvin. Okay, just making sure. Let's go in order. Let's start with let's start with the first. No. I want to do Canucks news first and then non-Canucks news. So I'm going to talk about in order: Demko, Ian Clark, top 20 centers in the league, and then the Oilers not matching the 2 offer sheets. 5 minutes each, 20 minutes total. Including some of your commentary, and we'll go from there. So that's the plan for the first half of the show. Then second half, I will leave it to you to dictate which way it goes. All right, let's go. Yesterday, Rick Dhaliwal sets the world on fire by appearing on Halford and Bruff and stating that Thatcher Demko may not be ready, fully recovered from his knee injury for the start of training camp and or the regular season. Now, it's kind of weird. He said that, then he said, but I haven't been hearing there's a setback, but I'm not sure if people think he's going to be ready, but I haven't heard that there's a setback. So then when he was asked, was there surgery? He says there's radio silence that he hasn't been able to confirm anything from the team. We know Thatcher Demko got hurt in the first game of the playoffs. This was his knee injury. We know he got hurt 2 seasons ago, December in the Roberto Luongo game. Then the next year he got hurt in knee injury in March, missed 15 games, and Shelovs had to, come in, and then Demko played a couple games to wind up the year, and then he got a second knee injury in the first game of the playoffs. So, 3 seasons ago, Demko did start 61 games, so it's not like. So he was okay 3 seasons ago. He played 61. Then I think 2 years ago, he only played 31 because he got hurt in December. And last year, he still started 51, just that they were all kind of compiled into the first six months, and he barely played the last 2 months. So you might be afraid that he's injury prone. You might be afraid that Ian Clark's working him too hard. You might be afraid that, I don't know, or you might be grateful that they have Artur Shelovs. Interesting part of the story was apparently around the draft time, Rick Dhaliwal said when the Canucks didn't see Demko improving as much as they wanted to, that they actually looped back to Casey DeSmith. But by that time, Casey's like, well, what the heck? You didn't offer me any contract. We didn't do any talks. And now you're coming to me desperate. I'm going to go to Dallas instead. So I'm not sure if he said it exactly like that. But yes, Casey DeSmith is in Dallas. And then we're left with Shelovs and Yuri Patera. So my first question to you is, how worried are you about Thatcher Demko? How worried are you do you think he's injury prone? Are you worried that he won't be ready? And how severely does that impact the Canucks' chances for a good start? So let's go. This first question to you, how your thoughts on the Demko situation? And I will happily highlight some of your comments. So I'm asking you, thoughts on Demko. Botch guy said he's very worried, 8 out of 10. Tell me why. Expand on that, Botch. I'm somewhat worried. Well, we'll see what happens in preseason. That's true, but no, Fangirl, I want you to give me an opinion. I want everyone to give me an opinion. Tell me why. I think DeSmith went to Dallas, right? To back up Ottinger. Scott Wedgwood is available. I guess so. Pretty sure that DeSmith went to Dallas. What else, you guys? Tell me about Demko. I'm asking you, what are your thoughts? How are you feeling? How worried are you? Taylor says, I think Thatcher will miss the first month to month and a half. So hopefully just needs a bit more time. Okay. So First month, though, that's a good, 15 to 20 games. No. Sorry. That's bad math. That's about 10 to 15 games. Not worried. We got good goalies in the farm. I'm very worried about the mounting pressure on Thatcher. Being eligible for extension in summer 2025 this season is important. Yeah, he's only got 2 more years left on that pretty sweetheart contract of $5 million a year. Botch guy, it's too quiet, honestly. It feels like there's something else going on. Rick, also radio science, if their procedure makes me double guess. It's not a good situation, honestly. That's a good take. That's a take of someone who's probably going to start a YouTube channel. I see Lair in Demko's future. What does that mean? What does that mean? Or I see liar, Lair. What does that mean, M. Master? Oh, LTIR. Okay, that makes a bit more sense. It's thrown, not sure. Let's talk. It just doesn't make sense to me. He was supposed to be ready. The Canucks made the conference finals, and now he isn't going to be ready for the start of the season after 4 months. Yeah, remember, he was ready. He was actually on the ice doing some workouts, and if the Canucks had got through Edmonton, supposedly he could play the next round. Crown Royal rookie always stirring the pot. Yeah, Swerve and Irvin, but I will say that, and I've said this on my vlogs, I do think he's the most connected and the most reliable of definitely more than any of the national guys. And I do think he's the most reliable of the local guys too. Patrick Johnson's really good as well. Justin, I'm worried because as much potential Shelovs has, Patera doesn't have enough experience to carry a tandem. Canucks need a fast start again to make playoffs due to improved teams in the conference. Fair. Good point. Hope Shelovs will be just as good as the regular season. Yeah, that's crazy, right? He has more playoff experience than he does regular season. And Jasker says Demko is too injury prone right now. Adam says, I'm a 2011 Nuck fan plus what WTF. Botch guy. Maybe I should plug more. Let's give some love to the Botch guy in the chat. Botch guy says, thanks for the constant plugs, LMAO. You're most welcome for the constant plugs. You deserve it. And appreciate your support. And anyone who's wondering, without getting into a big song and dance here, if you're wondering what botch guy means, botch is basically, a botch means mistake. And in botch guy's terms, he covers a lot of professional wrestling, does an excellent job on his channel, tons of subscribers. And so the botch guy means, or a botch in wrestling is a mistake, something that isn't supposed to happen. A guy lands wrong, a guy doesn't execute a move well, guy doesn't kick out of a pin, whatever it is. So that's where the botch guy comes from. Botch guy, how is that for an explanation? And thank you for the donation. Let's give botch guy some love in the group, in the chat for sure. Good stuff. Why can't Canucks fans have nice things? How many games is suitable for Shelovs? I think all things being equal, you want a 50-30 split, or 55-27 is 2/3, 1/3. So less than that. Botch guy hype, W botch. Yes, let's give botch guy some love. 100% probably had a surgery, considering he was ready for the conference finals 4 months ago. If he didn't have a surgery and was just lingering, then there's a massive problem and cause for concern. You're my number one marketer. I like it. Adam, this is also what I like. Give some membership. Let's give some much deserved love to Adam in the chat, donating $5, and that franchise membership goes to Elizabeth Nelson. So welcome, Liz, to the channel. Welcome to membership. And thank you, Adam, for the generosity. Let's give Adam some love, and a welcome to Liz in the chat. Oilers don't want to go 2-9 to start the year. That's true. Adam does it in honor of Carol. Used to do bloopers. Now I do reactions. Awesome. Should change my name to Retired Botch Guy. Shannon says, I'm a bit worried about Demko. I think that if Demko is unable to return, I'm not giving up on the Canucks. I have a good feeling. Good. Great, Shannon. Great to see you. Carol's a legend for life. Adam hype. Yes, give Adam some hype. I'd rather have Demko get surgery if he needs it and make a full recovery. Carol gifted it. Okay, awesome. Demko looks fine from Insta post August 9. He was at a wedding and golfing and driving a boat. That's good to know. Okay, very good. Topic number 2. Let's stay with the theme of goaltending this morning. Again, Rick Dollio with the scoop at 7:52. He tweeted out maybe Ian Clark changing his role. Then we got a little bit freaky, got a little bit scared. And then 8:18, 26 minutes later, the Canucks post on their social, or 8:12 or something like that. I think at times mixed up. But basically, after about 20 minutes, they announced that Ian Clark has asked for a new position with the team, and he's a goalie scout and goaltending development coach. And the Abbotsford goalie coach, Marco Terenius, the Finn, he's been promoted to goaltending coach. So basically, Marco Terenius from Abbotsford takes over Ian Clark's spot as goaltending coach. But then Ian Clark also was director of goaltending. So I don't know what happens to that part, but he's going to do more scouting and more development. So I wouldn't say it's a complete reversal of Marco and Ian, but it sounds like, and I made this point in my vlog today, Patrick Alvin called Ian Clark Clarky twice. And he said, with Clarky wanting something different at the hockey club, we are fortunate to have Marco in the system. And it says, unfortunately, Ian can no longer go on the ice regularly to do the things that have made him successful. But this new role will fit his expertise, and having Clarky going out to find and develop talent will be a big asset to their organization. So you are still going to get Ian Clark's expertise, his influence, his experience, all those things, but more from a scouting and developmental role. You are not going to get so much of him on ice. And maybe that's okay. Maybe Demko and Shilovs have learned all they need to do skill-wise from Clark. They just got to kind of keep on working at it. The way this is worded, and I'm not trying to sound doom and gloom, but it might be a health issue, or at least something lingering or bothering Ian Clark enough where it's not comfortable for him to go on the ice every single day in practice. So yeah, I don't want to speculate on what it might be, but to me, it sounds like a classic case of Ian Clark wants to stay, can't do as much as he used to do on the ice or wants to do, and therefore the Canucks found a way to make it all work. So let's get some stuff from you. Let's get some stuff from you. What do you think about this news? Is it no biggie? It's great that we're keeping Ian Clark back keeping him in our organization, or do you think there is something else at play? What if Terenius gets Demko on a technique that's more compatible with Demko's body? Yeah, it could be. Yeah, I don't know if he's going to relearn technique though. What a run we've had on this team, going from Luongo to Miller to Markstrom to Demko. Yes. And don't forget some of the backups in there too. Schneider was very good as well. Demko is my favorite current Canuck. We need him to get to a great start and need him to go far in the playoffs. Do you find the timing of Demko's big news from yesterday and Clark's news a coincidence? A little bit. That's why I kind of asked the question about it's 2 days of goaltending news, but I think it's a coincidence as opposed to I don't think they're related. I really don't. I don't know if Clark pushed for Shilovs to get drafted. I hadn't heard that, but it wouldn't surprise me. Do you wonder if it's a health reason? Would make sense from the Canucks statement. Yeah, the way it's worded and very respectful for sure. BS on ice. Adam, tell me what you mean. Blood getting old. Huh? What does that mean too? This is massive news. Glad Clark didn't leave. All of them get injured in the playoffs. I'm glad we're keeping Ian Clark, but I agree probably injury stuff from him. Giving Clark whatever he wants. He will be scouting some more for the Canucks. He also pushed to draft Shilovs. There you go. So there's confirmation from It's Throne that he did push to draft Shilovs. And obviously, like I said, just because he's not on the ice as much, you are still going to use his expertise, his experience, his insight, all of those things. See, Jasker, I'm not cool. Blood is just another way of saying bud. Okay. Then what did you say? Oh, bud getting old. Okay. See, I'm glad you guys are teaching me. Otherwise, I'd look even more uncool than I already am. I did see Luongo on Monday Night Raw. That was pretty cool. It means Buddy Ian is getting old. It's not like he's gone. He can still give the guys pointers. He just won't show them. Did I ever watch Ian Clark training videos? The guy's incredible. The wording and clearly knowledge is pretty amazing. Yes, I've seen some of the stuff online. That's why he's regarded as one of the best in the business. Oh, Adam, you're saying this is BS. Like, this is a massive issue. So the back-to-back goalie news. So that's what I said. I asked you guys with the goalie news, the Demko maybe not fully recovered, the Ian Clark switching roles. I said, how do you feel about the recent Canucks goalie news? And 40% of you said a tad worried. 29% of you said no biggie, all is fine. 19% of you said the sky is falling, and 10% of you said quite worried. So a sign of a good poll. There's not a runaway winner for decent options. So I appreciate you guys letting me, you guys voting on that. The Luongo CM Punk promo was pretty amazing. Yeah, it was good. They got good chemistry. Clark is highly touted goalie coach league wide, so losing his technique on the ice will hurt what has been lately an area of strength on our team, but glad he's still with the team. I did not go to Edmonton. Yes, him and Podkolzin together. Adam, what do you mean no ice presentation? You mean the fact that Ian Clark isn't going to be on the ice is a big issue? Demko will go down as best goalie we had. He will win a cup for us. I'll take it, Jeevan. I'll take it for sure. Okay. Topic number 3. NHL.com came out with their ranking of top 20 centers. Yes, they did. And in their top 20 centers were 2 Canucks. No surprise. So here's the top 20. Connor McDavid, Nathan McKinnon, Austin Matthews, Leon Draisaitl, Alexander Barkov, Sidney Crosby, Braden Point, Jack Eichel, Jack Hughes, and Elias Pettersson at number 10. Okay, so there's the top 10, some really obviously good names there. Then the next 10, right at the top, JT Miller at 11, Aho, Bedard, Rupi Hintz, Larkin, Suzuki, Stützle, Thomas, Zibanejad, and Hischier. So fascinating. The Canucks have 2 players in the top 11. Only Edmonton can boast that as well. So the Canucks have 2 players in the top 11 centers. Petey at 10, Miller at 11. Once again, Petey at 10, Miller at 11. I would love your opinion on this. I would say Miller had the better season, right? 100 points. Pettersson has the higher ceiling. I think you guys would agree, especially with an actual winger in Jake DeBrusk this season. So I don't have much of a problem with Petey being 10 and Miller 11. If it was Miller 10, Petey 11, I still wouldn't have a problem. They're saying top 20 centers right now. So to me, that doesn't say top 20 centers from last season, although last season was only 3 months ago. They're saying right now. So to me, this slightly favors what's going to happen next year as opposed to what happened the past year. But again, I'm not worried about the fact that one of the guys was 10 and one of the guys was 11. If Petey was like number 8 and Miller was number 15, then I'd say that's, I think, wrong. That's too low for Miller. If Miller was in the top 10, would I complain? Not at all. So let me know about this, you guys. Let me know you don't have to give me your full ranking, but let me know your thoughts on Petey at 10 and JT Miller at 11. Shannon says, I'm keeping Clark, maybe an injury or something turning into disability. Ian Clark not on the ice, huge issue. Jasker says Pettersson over Hughes and Eichel, so number 8 then for you. We were always going to keep Clark. Maybe his ankles are not good. That's true. Bedard way too high already. Yeah, he's 14, right? 13 already. If Pettersson gets over 100 points, I feel he can jump up in the rankings. Yeah, I agree. I'm happy with both Canucks, JT Meady, top 20. Yeah, not even the top 20. JT Miller and Petey in the top 11. Botch Guy says, everyone drop a like. It really helps channels a lot. Show some extra love. Botch Guy's a smart guy. So he should call himself a smart guy. So do what Botch Guy says and give this video a like. Thanks, Botch Guy. Hey, Trev. I caught a bit of your show tonight as I was driving around. Not that you should be watching YouTube videos while you're driving. Miller, better than Petey. So you guys, as we talk about this one, where would you rank these guys? Pettersson at 10, Miller at 11. Pettersson at 10 over Barkov. Okay, so that means if Barkov drops out, Angela, out of here, that means someone else has to be in your top 10 if you're still saying Petey at 10. Not surprised. Miller and Petey both in the top 20. They're good players. Yeah, obviously, for sure. Adam, we just lost our goalie coach. I know you're upset, Adam, but we do we accept their reasoning or not? Pettersson is better than Eichel and Hughes when healthy. That's fair. This year, JT Miller's top 10. That's fair. Who cares about your top 20 centers? Well, I care. I like rankings. I think it's a great discussion. Not a bad list. No complaints. Hey, Michael. I know you're a Canucks fan, but do you have any thoughts on insights on Tavares giving up a C for Matthews? I thought they handled it well. I thought Tavares spoke very well. It makes sense to me. Matthews is, there you go, number 3 center in the league, according to AHL. Continue to develop his leadership, maturing. I had no issue with it, no problem with it, truly. I think this is peak Miller, but Petey will have more room to grow. That's a great point. And Zal, that's exactly what I was saying about Petey having the higher ceiling. Adam thinks Demko's still hurt. Yeah, Trev does indeed do great streams. All right, Botch Guy gives us his top 10. McDavid, McKinnon, Matthews, Draisaitl, Barkov, so the same. Crosby, so top 6 the same. Then he goes Hughes and then Crosby again. Crosby's so good. He's in there twice. EP40 and JT. So you got 2 Canucks and 2 Crosbys in the top 10. Taylor Gio said the same. Oh, about Miller over PD. Yeah, Miller had the better season. I think PD has the higher ceiling. So however you want to interpret that. Hey, Lyndon, I started at 10:30. Was scheduled to do 10, but something came up, so I started at 10:30. Demko's hurt. Yes, Adam. Thank you. Made it home. Good. Most people disagree with my take because of recency bias. Botch Guy, yeah. What is your new channel called? Matthews ain't the guy that'll move the needle. Yeah, I don't. But is there anyone there, Taylor, right now that's going to move the needle? Rankings are a ton of fun to talk about and cover. Yes, because everyone can have their own ranking, and that's cool. Well, we're not sure Demko's hurt. We're just not sure about anything, actually. It's kind of mysterious. Eichel is the fastest U.S.-born player to reach 30 playoff points in NHL history. For Pettersson to be better, he needs to produce in big moments, in my opinion. Totally fair. Rob is home safe. Who plays net in game 1? We'll see. You think DeBrusque can be what Zach Hyman wants the Oilers score 30 plus? I do, Edmund. I really do. Do you think that top 10, do you think there's a fair players in your opinion? What do you think of this opinion for the prayers for the seasons? Simon, not sure what you're asking, but if you're asking me, how's this top 10? It's fine with me. Do I believe Horvat should be on this list? I don't. And as much as he was my favorite player when he was, it's hard to, he's got to really, speaking of moving the needle, he's got to really push the Islanders to make this list. No, I don't think Horvat is. And I don't think Horvat would have been, even if he was on our team, just, he was always going to be number 3 behind PD and Miller. Double Crosby. What a botch. The gimmick stands. Love it, botch. Over the last 5 seasons, JT Miller's 11th in points. Okay, that is very impressive. Glad you're here. Point before. Okay, there you go. So one of the Crosby should be in a point. PD will be more stoked this year and pop off. Love it. If Leafs want to go far, they need Riley to be an all-star defenseman. Leafs don't have that type of defenseman. Yeah, just think how blessed we are with Quinn Hughes. Coach Rob's willing to play in goal. I love it. Well, you're wearing the pads. Disappointed in playoff PD, I think. Hey, Botch Guy. No, Shannon, all cool for asking. Botch Guy, I know you, bro. I have no problem with you promoting your channel. I like to promote other channels in here as long as they're nice to me. I don't look at it as competition. So please go ahead, promote away if you'd like to. But thank you for your consideration. I'm glad DeBrusque is not a Bruin. He always performs well against the Leafs. Oh, so Michael, you're a Leafs fan. Failed offer sheets. That is going to be the last topic in a minute. I'm sure you'll know what to do and train for it. Hopefully we'll see phenomenal results. Love it. Okay, friends, my last topic, I'm a little bit over, but that's okay. My last topic is indeed the fact that the Edmonton Oilers decide not to match the offer sheets to Philip Broberg, $4.6 million, Dylan Holloway, $2.3 million, $7 million between the two of them. They are going to the St. Louis Blues. Doug Armstrong, a lot of people love what he did because it was to the Oilers. He said that there was no what's the word? There's nothing behind it other than trying to make a good hockey move. He said he would have offer sheeted his own mom. Sounds kind of weird, but that he was making the point that it had nothing to do with Stan Bowman and nothing to do to get back for Kenny Holland, anything like that we kind of speculated on last week. I listened to Stan Bowman's media availability, and he basically said they had the 4 options: match both, don't match both, match only one or the other. And then they went through all the scenarios. They talked to a lot of teams. They made a couple minor deals, i.e. Podkolzin and Emerson. And they found out that, hey, we got a couple younger players, a couple pick prospect types. And really, I think they were really cognizant of the salary cap, not just this season, but what a $4.6 million contract to Broberg, a $2.3 million, not just for 1 year, for 2 years, right? When you can sometimes get RFAs for their ilk at 1.2, 1.3 million a year. So 4.6, that's 4 times maybe what they even wanted to pay Broberg. So I can see why Edmonton made the decision not to match the offer sheets. I'm a little bit surprised, to be honest with you. They didn't do at least one of them. But yeah, They ended up not doing it and saving some money in the process. So let me know what you guys think about this. When are we doing point predictions? Oh, that's Botch Guy. That's way closer to the season. From 2019 to 24, 11th. JT Miller ahead of Crosby, Stamkos, Marchand, and Zibanejad. Awesome. Michael says Oilers made the right move in not matching. Broberg and Holloway did get the bag. Trev, I promote Clay's channel all the time. He does great work. Thank you, Trev. The feeling is mutual. Always happy to have Rev Trev in here. We've been on each other's shows. And I think goes without saying, many of you are already subscribed to Kempner Canucks, as you should be. When they traded for pods, we just knew they wouldn't match them. Yep, makes sense. They make sense. My grandma lost her only dog today. It's been a rough day. I'm sorry to hear that, Tyler. Hopefully you can be there for your grandma, or, either physically or emotionally, for sure. The last dog she had, yes. What was the compensation to Edmonton for Broberg and Holloway? Second rounder for Broberg and a third rounder for Holloway. So, you know, this whole thing about Podkolzin, first round pick, got traded for a fourth rounder. Well, look at this. I think Broberg is, Broberg went 2 spots before Podkolzin, and he only fetches a second. Holloway fetches a third. Both of them first rounders. Broberg hasn't shown a lot in the NHL to be given 4.25, and Skinner and Arvidsson will cover Holloway. That's fair. And maybe Podkolzin too. Draisaitl up after next season. Oh, you're right. Ask about the top. Do you agree with that list? Yes. I you know, it might not be the exact order, but at least in the top 10, I have no problem with the guys that were listed there. 2020 hindsight. Would you have liked David Backes over Steve Bernier? Yeah. Knowing what Backes became and what Steve Bernier became or did not become. Yeah, I would have taken Backes over Bernier. Hey, Tyler, no, I appreciate you sharing. It's such an Edmonton thing to do, to not match the offer sheets. Fangirl, I'd love, interesting comment. I'd love to know what you mean by that. Like, are you saying that another team would have matched it? Or are you saying because Edmonton hooped themselves that they couldn't match it? Or are you just saying that you don't like Edmonton? I love it. The Oilers' top 2 best prospects go on. Love seeing that organization shambles. Okay, there's some honesty for you. And yes, the Oilers, I saw a stat now, by losing those 2 players, they are the oldest team in the entire league. All right, Botch, much love to you as well. Keep it up. Can't wait to share your stuff once you get going. Thanks for being here. 7 times 7 is too much for Beniers, I think, now. But they obviously want to make him one of their franchise, one of their core players. G-Van, when I saw that, I just thought that was a little bit too rich for me, considering that's basically what PD and Hughes were making in their second contracts. And he's as good as those 2 players. I wouldn't say so. So I thought it was a little bit high for sure. When the news came out from the vet that she was dying, my mom and grandma rushed over there. My mom fell down the stairs. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that too, Tyler. Dang. That's a tough time. Broberg and Holloway replaceable. I wouldn't be surprised the Oilers use their cap space to trade for someone great closer to the trade deadline. Yeah, that could be part of their master plan. I honestly thought they'd match at least one of them. At least after when they trade, I gotta stop saying but I'm affirming you guys because you're so smart. When they made the CC trade, I for sure, even though I thought that CC made more than he did, the 2 point whatever he makes, I thought it was at least paving the way to match at least one. Irvin, great point, and that's exactly what Trev was saying on his stream tonight. And I agree with him. We're likely, now that the offer sheets worked, we're actually going to likely see more offer sheets in the future. And I think that's great for the NHL. It's probably maddening for NHL general managers, but I think it's great for fans. Edmonton hoop themselves because they need to pay Draisaitl and McDavid. Well, it's not their fault. Like I'd give those 2 guys anything they want. Such a thing. Canucks thing if Pods turns into middle 6 winger. I wouldn't worry too much about that, Jaskrin. Toes bent the wrong way and banged her head. Dang. Sorry to hear. Rather than blow picks for rentals at the deadline, Edmonton shot themselves in the foot with Darnell Nurse. Yes. Hello, 9 million. Missed a few steps. Crazy, Tyler. I'll miss Pods. I honestly feel if Sheelovs wasn't signed yet, a team would have offered sheet him. Perhaps, yeah, they might have been swayed by that great playoff performance. And Taylor, why are you laughing at me? What did I say now? I remember Pods for getting married at age 20. Well, if that's what you want to remember guys for, that's fine. Hug your pets and tell them you love them. Tomorrow's never promised. I think that is very good advice, Tyler. Sorry for your loss once again. And yes, Michael mention that as well. Okay, friends, very good. I'm a few minutes over time getting to my mid-show sponsor read. So let's do it right now. Shout out to my primary sponsor, Van City Experts Real Estate. Contact Jason Lim and his team for all of your real estate needs. Shout out to my secondary sponsor, Coach Patrick Liu, weight loss coach. Check him out at coachpatrickliu.com/clay. Receive a free 7-day workout there. Thank you to Gassy Jai Art, maker of that final artwork. And thank you to Vessi Footwear. Use the link tinyurl.com/VessiClay and receive a free pair of socks off your next purchase of Vessi shoes. Ways you can get involved: you can subscribe so you can get active in the chat section and get notified of my videos every single day. You can like this video. 20 of you have. Thank you. You can leave a donation like the Botch guy has done. You can gift a membership like Adam Lee has done. Thanks to both of you. Buy your own membership. Upgrade your own membership. Use your monthly membership message, your Triple M. And if you're listening on a podcast platform, make sure you rate and review. All right, friends, I'll do 15 to 20 minutes of your questions to me now. It could be about something that we talked about. Oh, I would do anything for McDavid and Draisaitl. Yeah, that maybe came out the wrong way. Whatever you guys want, ask me anything Canucks, hockey related, personal related. Let's go for about 15 or 20 more minutes. Between Draisaitl and McDavid, who gets more money from Edmonton? Oh, fangirl, you know the answer to that. One of them is the best player in the game. One of them is a top 5 player in the game. McDavid. How many games did you need to miss because of school? Oh, you mean because I was studying for my master's last year? How many games did you need to miss? Oh, sorry, Jasper, are you asking me? Or are you asking some of the people that are in university and stuff? Jasper, can you rephrase that question and I will answer it properly? Because I just want to make sure I'm answering it. I'm understanding it properly. Steve's in Dragon Boat. Oh, I did not know that. Thank you, Michael. Imagine you're the booker. Who among any wrestler currently active do you put in a match to be the final opponent of John Cena? Current active, Cena Rock would be good. I know Cena Reigns would be good. Cena Randy Orton would be good. Cena Punk would be good. And I think you let Cena go over in that match. And I think whoever is wrestling him would allow it. Great question, Irvin. Okay. So it wasn't just because of studying that I missed games. Tuesday night I had bowling. Wednesday night I had religious ed. Then I had work commitments. So I went to more than half the games in different sections for sure. But I did have to miss about 15 to 20 because of all commitments, I'd say. How do you feel to not have to do paper study anymore? Or do you have to? No, Edmund, this is a great point. This is something I didn't really get a chance to reflect on when I was in Asia because I was on vacation. But now that I'm back and I'm looking at ways how I'm going to build this channel, how I'm going to do some other things in my life with my Instagram and my speaking engagements, I cannot wait for the 8 to 10 to 12 hours a week that I was reading, studying, writing papers, watching class videos. I think it's going to be a game changer. And I am so motivated to really create a lot of content, both Canucks and personal wise on my Instagram. So I feel great. And I'm looking forward to, I think right now, because it's summer and I usually didn't study during the summer, it's kind of, I don't really notice the difference, but I think once September starts and everyone's back in school and Gil's back being a vice principal and everyone's kind of doing their thing, that's what I'm really going to notice. Great question. Great question. Austin's final opponent. You got to go Mankind. You got to go The Rock actually, then Mankind or Undertaker, but those guys are all getting old, but I think you got to go The Rock. What's my favorite book and why? Well, I like the Bible. It's very inspiring. And other books that I've read, I read, books about storytelling, books about leadership. But I don't read enough actually. Maybe it's because I don't know how to read that well. I can read YouTube comments, but yeah, that I don't have a good answer for you, Taylor. There's not one book that I would say that's completely changed my life or being completely inspirational, but I do like reading religious books, the Bible, and books about storytelling. In fact, one of the books I'm reading right now is called Stories That Stick, How to Be a Good Storyteller. It's pretty cool. What's something new you learned lately? Something new I learned. Oh, I learned how to navigate around the Philippines because that was my first time there in 20 years. And I also learned that you should never be stubborn about getting to check out injuries and potential infections. I wanted to ask because I should know how much to expect. I really wish Canucks were better before. I'm heading to university too now. Yeah. Jasker, I'm not sure if you're talking about attending games or simply watching games. I think just life happens, midterms, finals, group projects. You might miss a quarter to a third of the games. You wish when Cena was still wrestling full time, he did a heel turn like Reigns and eventually would have gotten over like Roman. No, I know there are a lot of Cena haters, but I think he never had the vitriol that Reigns got. So I think they did okay by his career arc, to be honest with you. Out of Lankinen, Jones, and Ranta, do you think Canucks will sign Demko? Who do you think they'll sign if he isn't ready? Ranta played for Tocchet. Yeah, those three guys, I like Lankinen. I've always liked Lankinen. I think he's the youngest by far of those three, right? So I like Lankinen. I'm not sure that means, though, that's who the Canucks are going to sign. Yeah, I don't know if any Canucks are back in town. I don't really track them or their Instagrams, Hsmfangirl, so I don't know. Hello, Bernd. Nice to see you and hear from you from Germany. If you could look under... Yeah, Simon, I'm not going to look that up right now, but I will look that up before my next stream, if that's cool. Depending on major, you might be more busy, just like I'm a chem major and drowning each semester. Yeah, that's a good point. It really depends on what you're studying. How high can you count by using current or former Canucks jersey numbers? I'm not the biggest jersey number guy. Yeah, like off the top of my head, I'd probably get stuck in the teens somewhere. So maybe not that far. I can go Luongo, Hamhuis, Bieksa. That's as far as I can get right now. How about you, Coach Rob? How far can you go? Say from experience, I do not miss studying, doing papers late nights, but there were times I got a different degree and it worked out for me. Good. That's awesome, Edmund. I'd book Cena versus Logan Paul and Austin versus Punk. Okay, I'll watch those two. Fangirl, I think the Canucks will be going to Penticton. Is that where the training camp is? I lied. I'm back. I'm reading Fire and Blood right now. I want to read all the Games of Thrones. Okay, so that's one thing. I've not seen any Game of Thrones books or TV shows. I've not seen a single Harry Potter. I've not seen a single Lord of the Rings. Does that make me a bad person? Young Stars is in Penticton. That's correct. Other than oil buyout, how much of Benning's mess does management has to clean up? Yeah, the oil trade, hence the buyout. And I just think where they would have been with better drafting. Yes, they hit on Besser, Petey, and Hughes, but they did not hit on, I guess, Podkolzin, you could say, and they did not hit on Virtanen and Juolevi. What was the precise moment you fell in love with Gail? Whoa, this is a good one, Irvin. The moment I fell in love with Gail. Yeah, I think it was, could I fall in love with her even before we started dating? I know the moment I was attracted to her, we were in a school musical called Lumberjacks and Wedding Bells. I'm pretty sure I've told the story before. I was a lumberjack and she was a wedding bell, of course. And after one of the dances, the hoedown swing dances we did, the music ended and I was still holding her hand. And then I wasn't embarrassed. I was kind of proud of it. And I'm not sure how she felt. Maybe she felt all tingly inside or she wanted to throw up. I'm not sure. But I think that was the moment where I wasn't afraid to show my affection for her. Where was my meetup in 2022? That was at the now defunct Monkey. Well, it's a new name, Monkey 9 in Richmond. Was it 20? I'm getting so confused. I did one park pub in downtown, and I did one at Monkey 9. Have I done two Monkey 9 or only one? I think I've only done two. I want Kurt Angle to induct Cena into the Hall of Fame. It only makes sense, right? First match for Cena. I remember that, and Cena did very well. They made him look pretty good. Hey, James, nice to see you. Hey, no, I always thinking about you and Spencer. Love the guy. I love you, man. And you're in Toronto. Hope to see you soon, James. Demko is back in town. Love it. Go, Kings, go. Fine, fine. Yeah, Coach Rob, how far can you count? Clay Emo's evil twin. Must be good looking. What's your favorite movie you saw this year? I've only seen 3, and I saw them in the span of 5 days. Deadpool, Wolverine, Trapped, and Twisters. Trapped was interesting, but just okay. Twisters made me sick, so I got to go with Deadpool, Wolverine. What are you looking forward to the most with the Canucks team this coming season? Offense that's spread out, that's diverse, that's going to be more risky, more I just think more versatile, more options with DeBrusk, Heinen, Sherwood, and Sprong. There's a certain player in the NHL who is one team away from being the second player in NHL history that played on all 6 original teams. Do you guys know who that player is? He's been on 5 of the 6 original 6 teams. Original 6. Boston, Toronto, Montreal, Rangers, Chicago. Who's that old guy? I don't know. Tell me, Jim Benning. Tell me. Bad, no, but you need to take some time and watch them because they're incredible. Okay, fair enough. Think carefully, Clay. Your answer may haunt you. I don't know. I'm not very smart. Tell me the answer. I was 1 year late. The one Kings fan told me Canucks will be lucky to even get a wild card spot. I said Kings would need to worry about getting in. It all worked out 1 year later. Gotcha. If you were a Canuck player, knowing your hockey skills, how much do you think you would get paid and for how long? Knowing my hockey skills, they would boot me off the ice in the first training camp session, or they carry me off the ice. I'm not the best hockey player. I'm a good skater, but I'm a bad hockey player. Like I don't have good hands. So I'd probably get paid. If you're talking like actually make the team, like if we're talking fantasy land, I'd get paid league minimum and I wouldn't see the ice. Would Gail say the same thing? Well, believe it or not, Swerve and Irvin, she was attracted to me first. We were in student council. I would be doing announcements over the PA, surprise. And then for the Christmas canned food drive, she, as the student council, as her class rep, would bring canned food every single day just so she could come down to the office and put it in the basket, the box, and get a glimpse of this guy. Yes. So I don't know when she fell in love with me. Maybe she hasn't yet. I hope so. I've almost finished the original Percy Jackson books, since the new ones, which is book 6 and soon to 7, are about him being a senior, then going to university. About halfway through book 4, stoked to get 5. I had no clue, Taylor, what you just talked about, but I'm going to trust you. Good night, Lyndon. Thanks for being here. Coach Rob, can you count jersey numbers? Well, Irvin started. Look at this. Love it. Those, see, Hordichuk, Santorelli, those are good pulls. That's awesome. CV's in the Philippines. I was just there, as you know, CV. Nice to see you. Yes, Trev's live streams are good. Do you think they should add cup holders to seats at the arena? My sister had an incident there last week that almost got her in trouble because of no cup holder. Well, I'm sorry to hear about the incident, but they were supposed to do that with the new seats, but we know that that's on hold for at least a year. Welcome back, Angelo. I'll read the Heroes of Olympus series and Trials of Apollo before listening to Percy Jackson 6 and 7. Then listen to Kane Chronicles and Magnus. Again, no clue what you're talking about. I'm just going to trust you on that, Taylor. Do you see Alvin making a trade in the preseason? I don't. I see a PTO before I see another trade. Was the movie Horizon successful at cinemas? I don't know. I'm not much of a movie buff, Burn. So can someone answer, Burn? Did Horizons do anything here? Michael was talking about the falling in love with your wife thing, but it doesn't matter now. No, it matters, Michael. What did you say? And that I just skipped right over. Oh, the answer. Yes. Thank you. Started listening to the books again after stopping for 6 months. Don't know why. Almost finished it. All right. How does Jim Benning know the player from Original 6, but doesn't know how to make a proper signing? Yeah, I think Jim Benning kind of goes in and out. Who is the player, by the way? Mike Slinger. Who's that? I'll give you a hint. He signed with the Wings this offseason and has played with both Kane and DeBrincat before in Chicago. He signed with the Perron. David Perron? No, he didn't play in Chicago. Not Taves, not Keith. Who's the old guy for Host? No, Host is retired. What am I talking about? I suck at this. All right, Jim, tell me. Do you think Lions are going to do, even though they lost to Winnipeg? I think they'll bounce back. I think they're too good to bounce back. Not to bounce back. Hey, Duffman, nice to see you. Well, Irvin's still going. I love this. Demko, Handsome Ripken, Dimitra. Swerve, is this all from your memory? I am so impressed. I am so impressed by you. Have we had a 49? Have we had a 49? Gustafson. No, CV, you should come more often. It's books that Rick. Okay. You can keep talking about Taylor. I have no clue what you're talking about. Signing Tanner Pearson to PTO. Yeah, it's crazy how quickly these players become they don't get contracts. I think gone are the days where you're gonna give a journeyman even a 1 or 2 year, you got to make them do a PTO. So I have nothing against him. I hope he does well, and I'm not worried that he's gonna haunt us. Any plans on watching the Wicked movie based on the musical? I haven't seen the musical yet either, so not at the top of my list, to be honest with you. Concert at Rogers last week, spilled their drink. Refused to admit my sister got in a fight with them. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I hope everyone was okay. Justin Schultz, I think his best days are behind him. I'm not sure how much he adds to this roster. I know he adds a bit of some offensive ability, but I'm not sure. I wouldn't be upset if they signed him, but I'm not clamoring for them to sign him, if that makes sense. No, Derek, I just read highlights. I did not get a chance to watch it yet. 50 is gone. Whoever asked the Horizon question, Horizon flopped so hard they have decided to cancel the theatrical release of Horizon Chapter 2. Yeah, that was Burn who answered it. So thank you, Evil Twin, for answering. Wasn't Pearson going to sue the Canucks staff, medical staff? Yeah, I'm not sure what happened with that. I don't know, CV, if the Canucks are going to do a PTO. I don't think it'll be Phil Kessel again. Rumors it could be Tyson Barrie, Justin Schultz. I don't know. Maybe a goaltender, actually. It is Gustafsson. Very good. Played for Chicago, Montreal, Toronto, New York, and now Detroit. Hasn't played for Boston. I bet you he will. I just have a feeling he will by the end of his career. I like it. That's a great question. Thank you. I will be doing standings predictions, but a lot closer. In fact, I may do that on my 24-hour live stream with guests. Holtby 49. Very good, Angelo. I have not bowled recently, Simon, since I got back from my trip. So I will be doing that this fall, though. Got to get back into it. I can name the last 45 Stanley Cup winners in reverse order, but I can't memorize my wife's school schedule. What priorities, right? Swerve and Irvin? No, that's pretty impressive. I did not watch the new Beverly Hills Cop. I remember the original. Want to block out Hope B. Shannon, a PTO is a professional tryout. So it's someone who is not signed to any team. It's basically, it's like a free agent. It's like a free agent, but it's not like how do I explain the difference between a PTO and a free agent? No, a PTO is basically a free agent. Let's put it that way. So when you sign a player to professional tryout, though, I think there's something about, I thought it was that if you sign a team to a player to PTO, he can't sign with another team while he's under your PTO. But then I remember Brendan Morrison came to the Canucks camp on a PTO, and next thing we knew, he signed with Calgary. So maybe someone can help me out with that. But it's a professional tryout. It's getting cold again. Yep. Thoughts on the Pods trade? CV, I mentioned this. I like Podkolzin, but as soon as Daniel Sprong got signed, I knew that he was going to be a battle for a roster spot. So I'm not too upset about it. I would love to see Podkolzin succeed here, though, given I was there when he got drafted. I saw it live for sure. I remember Chalmont for sure. Not Star Trek nor Star Wars fan, Trev. I don't like any of those. There's a lot of pop culture stuff that I'm just not into, and those includes those two. I love it. Love what? Oh, that it's getting cold. NHL 25 cover, possibly being all three Hughes brothers. That would be awesome. Makes sense. They're young guys, good-looking guys, really good players. Why not? Why not? Long was behind commentary the whole night. He also got a nameplate, and they showed his retired number. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I did see the still shots of him behind Pat McAfee. PTO is pretty much an invite to training camp to try and make the team, but can be cut, while free agent is available to all teams, and once signed is signed. Okay, that makes sense. Thank you. Pub Park was 2021. Thank you, LA Women's Hoops. That makes sense. On a PTO, you can sign with another team. Teams just sign players to see how they are and what they could. Okay, thank you for that. Favorite thing to do when you're visiting the Philippines? Favorite thing for me to do was go to Boracay, even though I was suffering from my leg infection, which is going to be a lot worse. Thank God it wasn't. I love Boracay. I love the beach there. It was awesome. Not a Shrek fan either, although I've watched a few of them, not all of them though. Preseason is pretty much for young guys and guys on PTOs. Yes, and I did do the Park Pub on Davie in 2021. When the Panthers come to Vancouver next season, will the Canucks do anything to celebrate Luongo's? Good question. That's a really good question. All I know is I want to be at that game for sure. I tried bullet when I was younger, not recently, Angelo. The duck embryo is not my thing. All right, friends. I'm going to call it here. I got to do a bit of preparation for work for tomorrow. So thank you for being here. Tonight was a good, fast-moving stream. So thank you to my sponsors, Van City Experts Real Estate and Performer. Sorry, I keep saying that. And Coach Patrick, the weight loss coach. Thank you to the moderators for keeping this a safe and respectful place. Thank you to legendary Lucas Gates, legendary Carol Bovenlander, legendary Andrew Chang, for your support, Hall of Fame franchise members as well. And thanks to all of you for watching, liking, and subscribing. We had the Botch guy with a donation, thank you. And we had Adam Lee gifting CCC membership, which is awesome as well. So thanks to both of you for your generosity. Very, very grateful. So going forward, my next show will be Sunday night. And then next week, I think I'm going Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday. And then the week after that, starting on the Monday, I'll be going every single night. So look for 2 regular shows and 1 members stream next week as I ramp up back to 5 nights a week the week after that. Even though my first week of 5 nights a week is only going to be 4, but I'll explain that later. We have a lot of time to figure all that out. Most importantly, thanks for being here. I think I'm getting back into the regular swing of things, and it's all thanks to all of you. So as always, thanks for being here. On your way out, subscribe, like the video, leave a donation, gift a membership, buy your own membership, upgrade your membership, use your monthly membership message, or rate and review if you're listening on a podcast platform. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a great next few days. And I will see you Sunday night at probably 10. And I'll answer this right before I go. Yeah, hockey is close when Clay returns to 5 streams a week. Indeed. Going to ramp up to it. When a player gets traded for future considerations, what does that mean? It basically means, Trev, they haven't decided what it's going to be. So if Podkolzin got traded for future considerations, it simply means they haven't decided on compensation yet. And in their head, it might be a 4th round pick, a 5th round pick, a 6th round pick. Sometimes you hear conditions, but that's more on conditional like draft picks and stuff. Basically, future considerations is simply they're going to name it later. They're going to name the consideration in the future. And it's usually a low draft pick. All right, friends, as always, stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. By the way, did you know how you measure? How do you measure how heavy a red hot chili pepper is? Yes. How do you measure the weight? How heavy a red hot chili pepper is? Well, you give it away now. Give it away now. God bless, and go Canucks go. Booyah.